Hey, how you doing? It's Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator here. I get to do something. Well, I can do it anytime I want, but the thing is I've got the show here, and I'm always having to promote something or whatever, and that's how it's gotten. So it's been a long time since I've had a chance just to connect. I do this generally once a week over there on the Insiders Club, and I did do a cool video today talking a little bit about a lot of stuff, a little bit more in depth. Well, the detox. The 21-day detox protocol is going to launch on Thursday the 12th. So make sure you're part of the Insiders Club. There's a link down below for that. I'm promoting something again. Oh, Lord have mercy. See how it is? But this is just a natural progression of everything, and I'm just trying to accept that. I get called a lot of names, and it hurts my feelings, but you know what? I got to press ahead. I mean, the thing is it's like, I wish that people could see my heart. Like, there's all this stuff, and then there's that one thing. I got into this in the beginning, and it's still that, and it's still, there's all the books right there that I read every night, just reading the same books over and over again, and every once in a while I'll throw a new one into the mix. Something about healing emotions and the divine life, and then miraculous unused powers, or something about like the dangers of meat eating, just to keep myself refreshed on the reasons why I do what I do. And these guys are the highest levels of consciousness, old school books and stuff like that. The layman, which science is still, and probably won't for 200 or 300 more years. Science is just not going to be catching up with what's going on, with what we really are, And so what I'm seeing here in the world is just people are eating themselves to death. And even the health nut teachers are promoting a lot of eating. And then what I'm saying is I understand a lot of the eating, because the environments are so tough. We're not getting the same kind of cosmic radiation that we would get from the sun and the air and the earth. We have the shoes on, we got the concrete, we're in the car, we got the chemtrails, we got the shampoos, we got the cologne, we've got the recirculated air at our office buildings. I mean, so we use food, a lot more food, as more of a stimulant. So what I've been noticing, I think I mentioned this on the Insiders Club video, is just that the digestive system is getting expanded while the lungs are getting contracted, and that's why we're degenerating. I know a lot of people think that human beings are evolving, but it's like, if you know really a bit more about some of these dormant glands and dormant centers in the human organism, then you'd be more aware that we are actually kind of degenerating. And it's a massive plan to degenerate the human beings, to put the chemicals in the air, and to put the chlorine in the water, and the fluoride and everything like that. So you got to be on point. That's why I kind of like what I do is to just raise awareness. I haven't been getting specific. I've hardly been able to help people the way that I used to. I'm in a little bit of a restructuring phase. I know I'm growing as a business, and I can understand people, you're losing your charm, Dan the Man. What happened to the broke hippie outside the trailer? I dig it. It was never my plan to stay a broke hippie outside my trailer. You gotta understand that, man. But the same thing is going on. Lou Corona and I, we promised, today, that when we were on the phone, that once we get to a certain level in our finances and all our responsibilities are handled in that manner, we're going to be able to go out and do some more of the deeper work. So that really put a fire under my butt, like to get my finances in order so that I can take the time off, go out into the wilderness with Lou. I'm very fortunate to have a friend like him who's coming Wednesday, and we're going to work on some of the deeper teachings. And then we're doing a class on Saturday. I don't know if you've heard about that yet or not, but you write to me on Facebook if you want to come to the class this Saturday and you're in the Bay Area. People from all over the world are coming, so it's going to be great. There's just a few more spots left, but I'd like to fill those to honor Lou Corona, and make cover his travel expenses and all the things that we're going to do here. We're going to make some YouTube videos and whatnot. He's going to tell his whole life story. I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try to get him to open up so that you can learn about the reasons why we do what we do, and use the raw foods as a modem of healing. There's a lot of people that are overweight and depressed, and have gone to the point where they've accumulated so much of the acid waste matter that it's blocking up the glands, the excess protein, the excess fats, the excess carbohydrates, and then people are just plugged up, clogged up, and have no energy. because the energy doesn't come from food. As much as the raw food dudes want to tell you all about that, it ain't the truth. The truth is that the energy is already there. It's just the food is a stimulant. That's why I use the high water foods like fruits and vegetables. And my diet is like fruits and green juices. And I'm not falling apart here. You know, I know that there's a lot of stuff about you need all this, you need all that. I do enjoy fats from hemp seeds, coconuts, avocados, sunflower seeds, periodically sesame seeds. You know, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And when I'm in a more of a detox phase, like if I was overweight or I was dealing with the disease, I would take out all the nuts, all the spices, all the everything, and I would do fruits and juices. And then I would work my way into that slowly over the course of 6 months, a year, 2 years. Work your way slowly. You can't go from a meat diet to a juice diet without a lot of fermentation and potential risks of dislodging too much acid waste at one time and causing some issues. So it's a slow and steady progress to regeneration. So take your time. I still believe in the fruits, vegetables, and herbs. It's all that I do. I haven't had a chance to make a lot of videos to try to explain to people. There's so much cacophony and catastrophe and bull crap in the raw foods that you differ this much and they spit on you and throw crap at you, you know. And so it's just ridiculous, but it's all a lot of drama, and I really wish I didn't have to be a part of that, but unfortunately I am, and if I want to do my job here and help people with the highest levels of knowledge and truth, so that you can regenerate at the levels of electricity, getting back to getting your cells to where they replicate themselves in a healthy way instead of replicating themselves in an unhealthy way due to the innumerable bad habits that mankind has adopted over the many last thousands of years. The masters have been trying to help us, but religion has done anything they can with the truth to suppress that. They don't really want you to be free. They want you to be enslaved to concepts, you know, and then everyone's having wars over my religion is more right than yours, you're an idiot, your skin is the wrong color, and your beliefs are all wrong, when the truth is a light inside that we're trying to just connect with. And you can see that the inability to connect with that light is your demise as far as the overwhelming joy that is the birthright of every living organism on the planet. And especially the humans, they have really been truly conditioned to be wiped out from the joy. So my hope is that somehow through these videos, being random, unscientific, and totally without any kind of structure whatsoever, some type of effulgence is radiated through this camera into you so that you can say, this guy's kind of nuts, but there's something there about those fruits, those vegetables, the hydration, flushing out the acid waste, getting rid of the kidney stones, getting rid of the bladder stones, releasing the heavy toxins, the heavy metals in the brain. I mean, we have got it going against us. And you've got to do everything you can with your diet and your lifestyle to try to negate some of this environment. I myself am working my butt off here, and you're going to see some changes come on this channel, and you're just going to have to give me the benefit of the doubt. I love you, but I need to do what I need to do to make my dream come true so that I can find an environment, because I would never do anything to stop you from living your dream. But I need to create an environment that's conducive to this inner work that I'm trying to do. And I live here in the city, and it's a madhouse and cacophony. And it's okay. I mean, it definitely works. This is a great little sanctuary that I live in right here, and I'm going to continue to press ahead. And I'm going to continue to juice. But a man or woman can only be as healthy as their environment. So I'm able to live at a relatively decent level. I mean, I don't live in New York, and there was some gunshots the other night, so I can't say that. Just a few days ago, pop, 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 pop. And then I seen the cops, so it was right on this street, and this is the best street in Vallejo. So either way, on the ice cream man, his thing is like, oh, what's that little ice cream tune? And then he's got the little beatbox behind it. It's funny. Little ice cream, the Vallejo ice cream man. It's funny. But anyways, I've got some videos coming on the essential oils and the mineral supplementations that I take. I'm going to try to grow my own fruits and vegetables when I get the property on the side of the mountain in the tropics. So I'm going to go do some reconnaissance mission here And I'm looking at doing a few retreats, Hawaii, Costa Rica, you know, just seeing if I like that kind of thing or not. Personally, I like sitting right there on that meditation cushion and doing nothing, because I need to learn how to sit. But the more I know that I need to learn how to sit, the busier I get. So this whole thing, I mean, the unlimited options that I have as far as business goes, and the very select few people that I choose to work with, because I have quite a platform here, and thanks to you, I really appreciate that. I don't know why people like me so much, you know, and I don't know why they dislike me so much, but I do. Dislike is easier to understand. It's jealousy. I'm an epic dude who pretty much does what he wants and still does very well and inspires a lot of people just by naturally being me. And what I've decided to do today on the Insiders Club video that you should probably watch, which will go out tomorrow, so make sure you're on the Insiders Club, is that I'm going to work on being 100% authentic, which is really, really hard for me. And I think it's really, really hard for everybody, you know, because then they look for the chinks in the armor and they get you right where they know you just shared your weakness. And now on the next video, they're going to throw its jab at you. But they don't have anything better to do, and that's fine. I've got a lot to do. I've got so much to do. I'll be busy the rest of this lifetime and 20 lifetimes after this, unless I become enlightened, which could happen, because I'm going to sit and I'm going to learn how to be totally honest with myself and totally present, even when the things are discontent, even when there's sadness and fear. I'm going to sit with those things, and I'm not going to run from them anymore or distract myself. I look forward to those things because I want to just dissipate them and let them go instead of hiding from them. So it's interesting how the more I just practice being present, the more like busyness comes into my evolution here, which is a natural progression. And then so the finances and all that's going to continue to improve, and then I'm going to hopefully be able to just help people by being like crazy, like right now. I hope in some crazy way I'm able to help you through whatever, with authenticity, being yourself, being okay with all your perceived shortcomings, working on the diet, working on all the other areas of your life. Because life is a wheel, and you got to make sure all of the hubs are there. But I think that you can create yourself into a superhuman. I do believe, like, to uncover your miraculous unused powers. And I think that the human beings think they're so smartsy pants these days, but they are far from what they could be and what they have been before, when the environment was more conducive, we didn't eat as much, there wasn't so much jealousy, anger, fear. It was more of a natural flow. We were a little bit more like animals, but stronger and more grounded, and our glands were much stronger, and so many of the glands have gone dormant, especially the spiritual glands. And so tapping in and connecting to the Most High is very difficult for people, and then what they do is they live off all these concepts, you know, all these things. You like go to church and you get all, you want to like hit the dude over the head that believes something different than you know what I mean? Or you want to shove your religious beliefs down someone's throat. And then you wonder why people like give you a thumbs down when you use the word God on your videos, you know, because I can dig it. Like, I had God shoved down my throat from a whole lot of very unhappy, unhealthy, unfulfilled, non-radiant people who were like pasty, sad, and depressed, screaming at me from a pulpit that this is the truth. And they're just, it was like, it was weird, dude. And it had none of that like fire of life that you want to feel when you read a book from the olden days. Like when I read the Gospel of Peace, man, I was totally transformed that day. That's spirituality to me. When a piece of literature or a person or a concept changes your life, that's religion. That is spirituality. By their fruits ye shall know them. You got people running around, I have the truth, and they're sad and overweight and can't get anything done, and they're not inspiring anyone. They're not inspired. Their finances are terrible. I don't know, man. True spirituality seems like an opening flow and an overflow. Whether it's an overflow of love, an overflow of abundance, an overflow of prosperity, an overflow of health. You know what I'm saying? They overflow by relinquishing and removing the obstructions. The doubt, the shame, the fear, the guilt. So we're working on that here, and I hope that this video touched you in some way. I want to let you go. My only intention was to connect with you, to say hello. It's been too long. It looks like I'm probably going to have to promote something on every video from now on for whatever reason, but I got a lot going on. I want to make sure. Lou Corona, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I'm his friend, you know, so I can just call him up and go see him anytime I want or whatever. But, well, he's still pretty hard to get a hold of. But I mean, for people, they should come and get this, man, this stuff, you know. And it's very, very, very. Lou is just epic. We talked today for a couple hours. It's just, dude, his experiences, he cares, you know. And I like his well-rounded approach to his life. And I like people that are grounded and well-rounded and honor this life and the one that is, you know, deeper and more radiant. So you're constantly being that infinite self while handling your responsibilities on earth, taking care of your kids, you know, helping other people, and working on the practicalities. So you have one foot on the earth and you have one foot on God's foot. And you live in both of those worlds, honoring them both at the same time, while never forgetting your eternal nature, you know. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Just a chance to say hi. I have so many things in my heart, you know. So anyways, watch the Insiders Club video coming out tomorrow, and then you'll be able to listen to, if you're interested in what's been going on in my heart and how pissed off I am with the raw food community, you know, how I'm going to be transcending the raw food community and pretty much being the premier leader. And I bless myself with that because I want to, because I want to say that. And if that's the ego, so be it. But I like my style. I like love, compassion. I like non-judgment. I go places and people are eating all kinds of weird stuff, and then I see they're fine before dinner, and after they eat all that stuff with the weird food, man, I'm not going to say, but it's just a lot, and the acids build up, and the inflammation's there, and the attitude changes, and it's the aggressive. And I keep the cucumber juice, and the watermelons, and the carrot juice, and the orange juice, and the melons, and the soft, subtle. It's just like, dude, and I'm like just awesome, dude. I've got so much strength lately and so much power. I get better and better and better. So what I'm doing is working for me, and that is a lot of different things. I'll go into the diet a little bit more later, but I don't have any one way that I live. I am 100% raw. And I do consume probably 75% of the volume of my food is in the form of juice. Maybe a salad at night, maybe a little fig party, maybe a little mango party, maybe a little melon, but for the most part, I'm just drinking the liquids, getting the minerals, I'm taking the mineral supplements, I'm using the essential oils, and I'm doing the breath work, and I'm doing the yoga. Oh, the yoga is pretty much kind of one of my favorite things because I love the way it just keeps me my spine, and when your spine is flexible, you know, it's unlimited what you can do, you know. It's just keeping that spine and the ribs open and building the chest and diminishing the digestive organs. So you're getting those high quality foods that digest easily, and you're doing the breathing exercises, and then you're getting that V shape back to where your cardiovascular system is bigger than your digestive system, and you're absorbing the cosmic radiation. I go out to the ocean beach here where the fresh air is in Vallejo, where there's no cars, and I breathe in those negative ions from the water as I walk along this beautiful dirt path, and I do the deep breathing, and I do the deep breathing here in the mornings as well. And breath work all throughout the day, basically, to expand the lungs, to shrink the digestive organs. And so you can say what you want, but I know I'm a very unique character. I don't see anybody in the raw food movement going in the direction I'm going. And I think I'm rare and unique, and I'm going to celebrate that. I'm not going to put anyone down. I'm just going to say that if you are interested in really returning to a state of pristine health, then please pay attention to these videos. Watch this guy, Dan the Man. He's fully committed to this process of total regeneration and then helping others. So I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. I can't even tell you how much. It's such an honor and a privilege to get into this state of being and to be able to channel this information and share it where it comes from, the Most High Place, I do believe. And may you be blessed with an overflow of abundance and love and health. And that's all my intention is if I can learn and be that, to share that with you. And all the other stuff that I got to do as a natural progression of how things are on this planet, I'm going to do them calmly, peacefully, with courage. And as the tomatoes are thrown at me, I will graciously bow humbly and continue to press on with courage. Because courage, courage, courage is everything to me right now. It's what I'm going to need. And it's what we all need to press ahead on the path of our dream. Follow your heart. Follow your dream. Don't let anybody, anywhere, ever take it away from you. And if they do, whack them with your elbow. Just kidding. Just plow right through them fearlessly. Eventually, one day you'll inspire the naysayers, and they'll come to you 10 years later. Please help me, I have cancer. You're not as weird as I thought. You're obviously not growing older. You're getting younger, healthier. You're making more money. You're totally sober. You, Dan McDonald, you're an amazing human being. I need to know what you did. I'm sorry I made fun of you all those years. Your raw foods really does work, because I'm overweight and sick, and you haven't changed a bit except gotten fitter and healthier and tighter and stronger and more flexible and way happier and way more abundant. Keep your eyes peeled for this guy. What he does for himself, he does for you.